Yo, what's going on, you lot? It's Ricky back with another video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at these bad boys here. Yes, the Meepo Cyclone Racing Wheels, 165mm of pure loveliness. Now, just a quick one before we jump into the video talking about these wheels. This video is sponsored by Eskate.shop. So if you're looking for belts, bearings, bushings or boards, head over to there and pick them up. They're UK based, brilliant customer service. They get straight back to you, very, very fast shipping. Link will be down in the description below. Now, you guys know if you've been watching the channel or seen on Instagram that we've been riding these on the 4x4. And these things just absolutely are amazing. They just look so sick. Look at them. Beautiful. So let's talk a little bit about the price of these wheels. These wheels are $250 or about £225. Around that sort of mark. So depending on where you are in the world, price will obviously fluctuate. But I think for what you're getting here is absolutely amazing. Just look at the craftsmanship of these wheels. They just look absolutely beautiful. Look at them. So, a couple of things to mention. Number one is these tyres. These tyres are wider than normal. These have, I think, 65mm contact patch, whereas a normal tyre, you're looking at about 50, sometimes 45, just depends on what tyre and brand you've got. So these have got a very, very wide contact patch compared to what you're going to be additionally seeing on most of the other e-skate wheels that are out there on the market at the moment. Now, obviously, the design of them, they look absolutely stunning. Beautiful looking wheels. They just set the board off. It's like a set of alloys for your car. It just makes it look so beefy, so nice, and it just looks like a sports car, doesn't it? Look at it. So overall, when it comes to the look of these wheels, I think they look absolutely amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the performance of these wheels. How have they been, to ride on a day-to-day basis through the city of London, through my hometown where I live? How have these wheels actually performed and how do they feel in the real world? Well, they feel absolutely lovely with that big wide contact patch and those really, really nice tyres. These are just like slick racing car tyres. They grip to the ground so well. You're going to really, even on double kingpin trucks here, trying to throw this board about, trying to get this back end to slide out of these trucks, it's just near on impossible. These tyres, once they warm up, they grip like no tomorrow. Perfect for going around go-kart tracks, perfect for road use. It's just an absolute dream of a wheel to use. Now, one of the things I would like to mention is this wheel, because it is, completely CNC'd out of aluminium or aluminum if you're in the US, heavy wheels, okay? Weigh a lot more than a traditional wheel weighs. Not only that, is the gearing on them as well. It's got a 60T gear on them, which the smaller the gear you have on the wheel, harder your motors have got to work to turn that gear. Now on this board itself, you'll see here, this is one of the 60T gears that I had on the board itself. And when I had this geared up on this board, I had these tyres with the 60T gears and a 15T motor pulley. I was running at about 46 miles an hour, so very, very quick board. Didn't need it that quick. I prefer the 66 tooth gear. So what I'd done is I took one wheel and I took a 66T gear that I had for the Flip Sky wheels or with the Sunmate tyres on. Took them to an engineering company. He 3D scanned the wheel, slotted them out. So now I can bolt on and screw on these gears directly to these wheels. So now I've got the option of 60T or 66T. Also, another thing to bear in mind is that with these wheels, obviously having the wider contact patch and them being heavy, this also means that you're going to take a little bit of a hit on range. Now for me, with a 12S6P battery in this board, it doesn't really bother me. I've got a fast charger and I get plenty enough range for what I need. So for me, I'm taking the range off, not a big deal at all. Also another thing, with the 60T gear that comes originally on the wheel, with that having to take more energy to spin the wheel, that will also make your range lower. But ultimately, what it will do is it will also make you take a bit of a hit on acceleration. So for me, I think they should sell these with either the 60T setup or the 66 tooth gear. That would be very, very nice to have that option, because at the moment you've only got the option of the 60Ts. So, just bear that in mind. They're a heavy wheel, got a wider contact patch that grips like no tomorrow, and with that 60T gear on there, that means you will lose a bit of range. Another thing to mention, also the inlet valve for blowing the tyre up itself is on the backside. Now the reason it goes through onto the backside is for looks. I had a punch the other day and I couldn't quite get my pump into it. That's why if you look on the other side here, I've put it around and I've got the valve coming out the front. So if that's going to be an issue for you, you can actually swap these over and put the valve on the outside. I just need to redo this one and put the valve on the inside. Another thing to mention about these wheels is they're running bearings in there designed to fit on 8mm axles. So if you've got a board with 10mm or 12mm axles, they're not going to fit. Also, can you put different tyres on this? Yes, you can. I have had the Evolve white wall tyres on this. Also, over here, you can see I've got another wheel here, which I'm running an AT tyre on. So this is a brand new, spanking new wheel there. Looks absolutely gorgeous on the back there. And this is running 8mm bearings. This has got the off-road tyre on it. I've got 2 sets of these wheels. One is for road, the other is off-road. I need to test that. But yes, you can swap tyres on here. So if you've got other tyres that you'd rather use, then by all means put them on. Another thing to mention also is with these wheels, they are very, very easy to swap and change over tyres. I had a puncture on that back tyre and it literally took me about 5 minutes to fix that puncture. It's great because all you need to do is take the wheel off, undo 5 bolts on the back there, and the back of the hub comes off. You can then take out the inner tube, put the new inner tube back in and just bolt it back and pump it up. None of this 5 screws here with a bolt on the back of it. I'm going to fiddle about to get it all back in and then you might pinch your tube. When with this being the back of the hub coming off, you have a big deep dish bit that you can actually seat the inner tube into, and it helps to stop getting that pinched, which is really, really great. So overall, when it comes to sort of the way that you can swap over wheels on this, change inner tubes, absolutely amazing. This board is honestly, these wheels, sorry, are honestly really, really cool. And also, just another point, if you want to actually be able to get your pump on the inside, on the back side of these to pump the tyres up, get one of these valve adapters. It's a valve extender. It screws onto the cap, which extends it out so that you can get your main pump on. When you've taken your main pump off and you unscrew it, it doesn't release any air, so it keeps your tyre pumped up to the pressure that you actually put in it yourself. Now, link will be down in the description where you can pick one of these up if you want to grab yourself one of these. They're very, very handy and really useful to have on board. Now, also talking about tyre pressure, these wheels can inflate up to 36 psi. I run them at about 30 psi, which means they're a little bit flatter, a bit more of a contact patch, more grip, less range though, so just bear that in mind. The higher you pump your tyre up, the more range you're going to get, the lower the pressure in your tyre is, less range but the more grip you're going to have. So what are these wheels for? These are for someone like myself, really, really powerful board, loves racing, loves riding fast, wants the board to stick to the ground, wants to make that board planted. I don't want any slippages, I don't want anything sliding out, I want to be stuck to the ground, and I just want to whip it around corners and not have to worry about it slipping out. These wheels perform amazing, they look amazing, and I love them. So if you're thinking about getting a set of these wheels, head over to Meepo's website to pick them up. That's all I can really say about these wheels. They're amazing. They look gorgeous. The tyres are amazing. And overall, just the quality that you're getting for the amount of money that you're paying is absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Appreciate each and every one of you watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.